So we're going to do the pineal chakra activation today. And we'll see where it takes us, I guess, is basically what I'm going to say, is we'll see where it takes us. So I invite you to get comfortable. Take a moment to bring yourself energetically into this space. As we're doing this, I'm clearing our energy. It's this beautiful energy vortex that is bringing in abundance of love and support and light and beautifulness. And it's also bringing in a gracious balance. It's inviting us to let go of whatever we may be carrying that is creating a heavy load, if you will. So it's inviting us to let that go. I'm really feeling the energy of all those past, present, and future who choose to step into the pineal chakra activation, both of the way it was done before and the way it will be done now and in the future. Asking each of us to accept, trust, and believe. Stepping into asking the mind, body, and soul, and all aspects of self to be willing to receive and share. Calling in compassionate spirit guides, way showers, feeling the strength and the numbers of the animals and birds. Almost feels like a Walt Disney movie because there's just so much happening here right now. The energy is so beautiful. Recognizing that frequency and how it's matching, how you're matching that frequency. Thank you, guys. Asking for the I am open with no expectations. No limitations. Recognizing the power in the consciousness and subconsciousness of the I am creating the outcome. It's so interesting because there's this beautiful linear line, and however that linear line is showing up for you, you're being invited to allow that to expand. I'm just seeing where it wants to go, what it wants to do here. So just allowing it to expand and grow, knowing that we're doing this for the highest good, for the most benevolent reasons, and the greatest good of all, that this beautiful linear line is becoming multifaceted. We've heard this word as well earlier today, possibly, and just feeling into the multifacetedness of this, what is no longer a line, but just feeling in the energy of how it's blossoming and growing, feeling the energy of that in your heart. A very strong connection with the earth star chakra beneath your feet. Feeling the flow of energy coming up through the rest of the chakras, the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, all aspects of the heart, because we're so aware of there being the heart, the human heart, the heart chakra, the higher heart, the mid heart. There's just so many aspects of this heart chakra. So I'm feeling the energy of these portals opening with love up into the throat chakra, the causal chakra behind the throat, behind the neck, that beautiful tilting spot, the area around the ears for our auditory, our being able to hear, the third eye, the pineal and the crown, and that above as well. And when I say that above, there's multiple chakras that are actually involved. It's not just one or two above. We're talking like 28, 38, like possibly even hundreds. Just allowing your body to truly embrace the energy of this frequency of love, of connection, and letting the pineal chakra be the guide during this, where it is the tether to the reality of being a human being and all the incredible aspects of that, how we get to hear things, see things, sense things, feel things, imagine things, taste things, smell things. And yet, too, we have this incredible connection to so much more. As I mentioned, like the crystalline castle that I'm forever seeing, the other energies that are out there, just allowing yourself to really open up in this space, knowing that we are supported. For some of you, it's the recognizing that the desire of the word protected, and just allowing yourself to be in the energy of all that there is and the magic of that. Feel the coming home of that. You may be feeling the compression. And then in the feeling of the compression, it is the pressure of creating the diamond that you are. So take a moment to witness that compression, feel the emergence of the cells in your body, the coming together to be created. And this beautiful wind coming in, and how it's shining up the edges, the faces, the corners, the angles, the aspects. Escrute, 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 Maria, Amai, Aisco, my dear, my dear, Esco, my dear, my, Amote, esco, my, to, my, You may have felt a very strong sense of something growing there. It may come across as a it being rooted, if you will, like a seed, and then it being rooted, a stem, and from that groweth self, or growth a flower. But there's just this beautiful interaction occurring right now. You're being invited to share in or embrace this space with your loved pet ones, past, present, future, whatever the case is, domesticated and otherwise. There are beautiful, it's interesting, I want to say fractals, fractions. There's a frequency of angelic energy coming in that is literally wrapping itself around each of you. And in this beautiful energy, as you open yourself to receive it, you are being invited to recognize the angelic parts of self, and even to feel so far as to what your personal angelic aspects are, even to the wings upon your body. Ask yourself to be open, with no expectations and no limitations, embracing this beautiful angelic frequency allowing the soul energy of yourself to rise to that frequency, feeling the lightness of that. Inviting every cell, every molecular structure within the very essence of who you are, inviting it to embrace that light, that love, that support. If you have a crystal at your disposal, you're being invited to embrace it. If there is no crystal at your disposal, imagine, allow your imagination to bring in a crystal. Esquidota, esquidita, oscoramarete, esquidita, mamane, esquidota, esquidita, ilmanete, esquidota, esquimonte, imita, esquidita, oscone, amar, esquidota, escante, esquidota, esquimonte, esquidota. Allow yourself to feel the vibration of that crystal's energy. Feel how you are able to weave yourself once you have asked for guidance, if you will, or permission to be one with the crystal. As each of you are so aware, if other things or what have you show up, flow with it. If it's something you're uncomfortable with, you have the power to ask for a change. or a willingness to explore that uncomfortableness, the resistance. Escremote, escrita, mascarote, mana. Escotote, escrita, escrito, toscrine, toscrimona, escrita. Amai, manescriti, skiti, skiti, toscine, toscriminetta, tosco. Schema that skillet, schema naita, you will name. I will let you know, if you will, that the shamanic energy is very strong here today. The way of the shaman, that is the heart energy, the um, being able to serve from a place of compassion, a place of truth, and a choice to be in connection. Inviting in the magic of the colors, color codes, the frequency of numbers and color codes. Knowing in our heart of hearts, the overlighting diva of healing is amongst us. Our higher selves are very much a part of this. The energy of the inner dragon, the little U's. We'll take As we're in this space, bring in all of this beautiful love and support. First, gifting yourself with this. I am love. I am loved. I am loving. I am lovable. I love me. I love myself. I am divine love. We are divine love. And feel how that love is flowing deeply within yourself, that more and more love is pouring into yourself, and how it begins to overflow, and you're sharing it out among all that is out there, with a willingness and gratitude for being able to do this. No judgment on self or anyone else or anything else. And feel how that blankets the world around you. How it spreads and connects with others' beautiful blankets of love and support. And how it spreads from our world for the highest good, for the most benevolent reasons, and for the greatest good of all. And in that, feel once again the beauty, the magic of your own pineal chakra, that beautiful space between the crown and third eye. The willingness to coexist, to be love, to share love. Feel that grounding into the human essence of your body. Bringing that in possibly with movement, whether it's gently waving your upper torso back and forth. Maybe it's rotating your shoulders. wiggling your fingers and toes, whatever it is, just allowing that to really anchor in. Maybe it's happening at a molecular level and you can feel just this beautiful tingling. And with that, a beautiful awareness of yourself, all aspects of yourself, the magic of yourself. Choosing in this moment, this space, to be self, to be, just to be. Taking a few beautiful breaths. Feeling yourself coming into center. Again, a willingness to accept, trust, and believe in the power of who you are in this space, and that this space has a beautiful trickle effect into the humanity that you are and how you are seen by first yourself and then by others. And then feeling this beautiful energy, the awareness of being in that pineal chakra, third eye crown area, and choosing to slide down into your heart, feeling the woo-hoo, wee. And gently coming back into this existence, the space that you're in physically, but feeling forever changed at some level. And a willingness to receive that. And as we gently come to the and so it is, allowing yourself to be present here, and slowly coming back into the consciousness and awareness of the room, the space, whether you're indoors or outdoors. It's bringing yourself back into consciousness. Slowly feeling I was going to say the palms of your feet, the soles of your feet on the ground. Feeling the palms of your hands. The inhalation and exhalation of breath in your lungs. The awareness of your head on your neck and shoulders. And the gentle fluttering, if you will, of your eyelids when you're able. And gently coming back into the human awareness. with the soul energy, firmly, firmly embraced and woven in. Thank you. Wow. I'm so glad I led us back, or I was shown to lead us back, because my eyes did not want to open. Oh, yeah. I could just feel this whole thing happening in my head right now. Really interesting energy. How are you guys doing? In the bliss, eh? Any questions? Any shares? I know for myself, I definitely have a type of flower to go look up. It's just really, really interesting. I'm not sure what it is, but it had a very, very distinct stem or trunk to it. Go ahead, Beverly.
You saying flower reminded me that that started out with the linear line. And in the past few days, I've heard someone say that the Earth's ley lines, which she didn't mention, but are often called the dragon lines, are widening until they're going to reach a point where they're all connected and form a beautiful container around Earth. So I enjoyed playing with that image. And the other
Wow.
thing I had lots of fun with, you mentioned wings, and that brought up my memory of coming to Earth way back in the very beginning and flying on the wings of song through the ether and coming in the Stargate at Stonehenge. At that point, three parts had to separate, but they're now reconnected. And so I moved into a star pillar that was absolutely gorgeous, starting at the holy and formless fire within Earth and in all of humanity and in the cosmos. It was gorgeous.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Go ahead, Barbara.
Somebody shared something this morning, and it was something I've never seen before, talking about a flower. And it looks like a foxglove, but it has a cup on the top of it. So it's called a fox cup. I don't know. I've never seen it before. Quite lovely. It was a video, actually, she showed it. So I don't know if I can capture a photo of that and share it in the group later. But it was very unique, very unique.
Yeah.
Just talking to flowers, that reminded me to look that up.
That Barbara, that was Fox Cup, was the name?
She called it a fox cup because it has a cup on the top. But I don't know if that's really the name of it or not. To me, it looked like a fox glove, like the digitalis or whatever. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, yeah, I have to look that up.
I'll try Googling it too.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually the name of it. It's just no. Anyway.
Thank you. I find it interesting, the different light languages I seem to be using in that as well. Like it's just when I think about, myself standing in the shower in like probably 2017 or 18, whenever it was, I think it was 2017. And that light language coming through, it might even been before that. Anyway, it's progressed in such beautiful ways, which is really kind of where we're all been asked to do as we go along. It's just this awareness of, like the crystal that came in. Like I had this really remarkable experience. Like my shaman stuff is back behind me against that corner, that tall stick there, and it came in, and I was asked to hold my shaman stones, and it's like, here I am with my shaman stones. Here's that staff behind me, and in the cupboard behind here is the cloth that I use for the when I lay out, say, a shaman altar type thing. And it was just like all three of these pieces were just gathering around me, and I felt very much like, and that's why the shamanic piece came up. It was like there was a recognition of how this is in each of us, the shaman's way, that heart connection in with things, that connection in with nature, if you will. Very interesting.
I wanted to mention, in regards to the light language, at one point, I recognized a song in the light language, and that was pretty cool. And I was thinking, what is that song? But it sounded familiar to me. Yeah, kind of cool.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that the shaman stuff came in too. That was really cool. And I noticed that all the images and the colors were just so vibrant and just intense. It was really neat. And a lot of insects came in, animals. And I can't remember what you had mentioned, but it was before the crystal and that. It was like something opened up, and it was like a geometric design, and there was like a center, almost crystal within it. And it was red, all red, of course. And then there was a scene where underwater and images, like almost like statues and stuff. And then I felt like it was Atlantis that I was sort of seen underwater. So that was kind of cool too.
A couple of things come up there. One is that I was very, very conscious of sacred geometry during that. And it wasn't something that I was guided to say out loud. And yet here you also experienced the geometric symbols. I love that. And the underwater thing, when you said that, I was very consciously aware of how galactic I was versus earthbound. So thank you for bringing that up. And the piece about the statues being underwater, and that I honestly had literally just read last night as I went to bed, or maybe it was upon waking this morning, about how on a different continent, it's not North American, and I don't believe it's South American, it's on a different continent, where the water had decreased so far down that for the very first time, this structure, this old civilizational structure had appeared, and that they knew the water levels would rise again. So they literally went full bore in to go. And when I say full bore, I mean they went in to look at this place. They didn't destroy it. They went in to look at this place and gather all the information that they could. And then the final little blip on the bottom of the post is, and then they tightly wrapped it with plastic as the water started to fill it back up again. So I thought that was really interesting. And here you are talking about like Atlantis, the civilization that was under the water. And so there's something there. And if you recall, possibly in an earlier conversation, it's like we're being asked to pay attention to these things that are coming up and coming up and coming up, right? Yeah. Thank you. Beautiful. Anybody else have anything they want to share? Thank you, Barb, for sharing the photo of the fox cup. In the chat there, if you click on it. And I will, ideally, one of us, either Barb or I, will put it in the one group or the both groups, whatever the case is. Yeah. Okay. If nobody has anything else they want to share or speak about, then I guess we'll wind it up. And thank you, folks, for again being here, for being part of this. I could feel the energy of the cellular stuff happening. So go ahead, Beverly.
Just wanted to say thank you to you for doing it. Very powerful today.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay, everybody, have a magical day.
Bye-bye.